Welcome to the top 10 things you didn't notice in the Sonic movie but your brain did. Number 10. Sonic's pronunciation of the word extraordinary implies that he's from Boston and masking a Boston accent due to severe feelings of shame and survivor's guilt from getting out of that shithole. Number 12. The way the owl says goodbye Sonic sounds like she's saying goodbye son because Sonic is her adoptive son. Number 13. Sonic is just blatantly checking out Maddie's ass here in this scene in the movie. Number 7. This movie predicted California burning. Look, it's the Golden Gate Bridge and it's burning down. And California sucks. Plus, they're morons. Number 3. The rent for California on Zillow in 2020 or whatever was $4,600 at this shithole apartment. Can you believe it? Number 5. James Marsden's entire character motivation is that he craves trauma and wants to move to LA so he can get in a gunfight and save someone's life. Later on, he justifies this move by saying, as a man. Is the film implying men need trauma to grow? Number 15472. Somebody changed these scores for the fucking baseball game and I don't know who did it, and they're bad at math. Look at this one here. Add up the numbers, folks. Look at the next one. Who changed the numbers? This doesn't equal 8 anymore. What happened? Is there a deep conspiracy running in Green Hill Town? Where somebody is orchestrating so that the home team loses, but then looks like they were supposed to tie at least? It just doesn't make any sense. And the home team didn't even get a 9th inning. What's up with that? Somebody explain this to me. This is the next day. I'm not misrepresenting the facts here, folks. This is how it is in the movie. Okay, number 3. Eggman. This whole movie is why Jim Carrey went into a nihilist cope after playing Eggman because he is such an edgy character. And also, later on in the film, in the same scene, Jim Carrey goes on a nobody cares rant about the American general, and this is a direct criticism of the American populace treatment towards veterans and men being replaced by machines in warfare. Number whatever, James Marsden here is planning his... It looks like he's planning his route to California, but actually, he's planning a fire route to burn down California. Number whatever, Sonic engages in the most blatant emotional blackmail and manipulation I've ever seen on film. Sonic's entire goals are to eat chili dogs and buy a bunch of beer and throw darts at a woman. And those are his life goals. And when James Marsden says his life goal is to go to California and shoot a black person, Sonic says, that's not valid, James Marsden, and that's completely unfair. Also, Sonic commits theft, and then James Marsden, as a cop, does not do anything about it. So this is a little deep. You might need to think about this one a little deeply. This one is number black. So, in the film, James Marsden's character is a cop, and he's married to Maddie, who is a black woman. And we see... Later on in the film, James Marsden calls back to the police station and there are all these government officials in the building. And here we have a black woman who is standing in front of suicide crisis number. And we'll see in the next picture, she moves. So the film is telling us that now that Maddie may not be in his life anymore, he might need to call the suicide crisis number. But if she is in his life, then she is stopping him from needing that number, folks. That's what's going on. I know this is not Maddie. I'm not racist. Just that's the depth that this movie gets up to. Okay, folks? Thank you. Okay, number 3, we have one of the gayest scenes in all of cinematic history. So, Dr. Eggman here has a quill from Sonic, apparently, and he touches it to his tongue, and then what does he do to it? What does he do with it next? Oh, he offers it to his life partner, Dr. Stone, over here, as a little indirect kiss. And but it doesn't stop there, folks. It gets kinkier. Look how close they are. The sexual tension between these characters in the movie was palpable. And by that, I mean I could feel the pre-cum dripping down my leg. Number 5. This one's pretty tricky, folks. So I have my notes out for this. Let me pull my notes out. Okay. So, in this scene, Dr. Eggman complains that Sonic makes an illegal left turn. An illegal left turn. Could you believe that, folks? While Dr. Eggman is engaging in flagrant uses of military weaponry against citizens' cars, blowing them off the street. But this implies that this society has driverless vehicles, and at this time of the day, that nobody is allowed in their vehicles. How do I know this? Because earlier in the film, the general who selects Dr. Eggman for this mission says that Dr. Eggman's track record is impeccable, and that the one thing about him is that nobody even knows that he engaged in any type of warfare, conflict resolution at all, because he's so efficient at this. So we have to understand that Eggman is a completely moral character, and when he is shooting these vehicles, he is doing it with moral superiority. So no, there are no humans in the cars that he shoots, and he is completely justified in complaining about Sonic making an illegal left turn. Number whatever, going through the Sonic ring makes you incredibly horny because here's James Marsden and Maddie, I don't know the actress's name for Maddie, looking incredibly horny at a bunch of hay after coming through the Sonic ring. Emphasis on coming, by the way. And then the final thing in the film, now this is the deepest scene in the whole movie, so we're going to spend a little bit of time on this, okay? So, you might think this isn't so deep, okay? This is the end of the film, they made a little room for Sonic, and it looks all cute and everything, but there's a lot going on here, folks, you gotta pay attention. So, what do we have here? We got James Marsden on the left. What else do we have on the left? We have a street sign, a one-way street sign. What does one-way imply? It implies my way or the highway. Who has this type of ideology? That's right, folks, it's the police. It's the police. What is James Marsden in character? He is a cop. What do we see him introduced doing? Yep, he's doing traffic stuff because he's trying to get quota. That's right. Okay, so the one way, that visually reinforces James Marsden's character as a police officer. But wait, it doesn't end there. What do we know about Maddie? Well, the film doesn't really give us a lot of information. I mean, she is a black woman, and she does yoga. Where are black people from, folks? Well, some might say they're from Africa. Look at the globe. Look at the globe at the right-hand side of the screen, folks. The globe is facing Africa. That wasn't by accident, folks. This is the deepest scene, the deepest shot in all of Sonic history. It's so dense. There are so many things going on. You need to pay attention, folks. Anyway, this is all I leave you with. Thank you for my video. Thank me. Oh God, I love myself so much. It's a wonderful day.